What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Hustler Athletes. My name is Chadwell, and today, like always, an interesting video for you here on the channel. Imagine my shock when I tuned into Monday Night Raw, and I had videos planned to record after Monday Night Raw, but I was like, I'll record after Monday Night Raw. Probably a useless Monday Night Raw. What's the point? And the vision has turned on Seth Rollins. My God. I did not expect, I don't think anyone in the world could have expected that. Here's the thing. I have three scenarios for us today to talk about what could potentially be happening. And it's going to go from least likely, in my opinion, to most likely, in my opinion. And maybe I'm coping in a lot of these decisions and a lot of these thoughts, but you guys know this on the channel. If you've been a fan of the channel, Seth Rollins is absolutely one of my favorites. I will be absolutely distraught to find out if he's injured. I hope there's so much faking happening, but we will see, and let's talk about it. First off, let's talk about scenario one, why this entirely happened. Are they just done with the vision? Is that it? Here's the thing, though. They literally just got new graphics for Seth Rollins in the vision. So, yeah, I don't think that they would have to be fully done with the vision. It doesn't make a little sense there. But maybe they are just done with the vision, and they're like, you know what? Time's over. Now, I have some things on later why I think that can't be the case. This is obviously the least likely in my opinion, but maybe the plan is Seth Rollins kicked out. He's too much of a dictator. They get in Brock Lesnar. Paul Heyman's really the one that's the full leader in all this. And it's Braun Breaker, Brock Lesnar, Bronson Reed, all the Brocks and the Bros and the whatevers. And they are the new vision. Makes an actual insane heel faction. We all know and love Seth Rollins, but to be honest with you, Seth Rollins acts like a heel. He does the stuff as a heel. The crowd don't treat him like a heel at times. He is still a babyface in his reactions and how everything goes. Maybe it is a Seth babyface return for the future. How they would go about it with the title, how they would go this, I don't know, but maybe that is the case. I just think right now, as of late, this cannot be the answer. I just in my head, this is not. I don't think they would kill a faction that was so good that, to me, I would tune into Monday Night Raw every single night just to see a little bit more of this faction happen. This can't be it. Scenario 2, and this is where I say it's 1A and 1B on the scenarios that could be happening. Seth is injured, and the turn happened early. So maybe because of the diving headbutt that would ultimately hurt his arm, and you could tell during the whole match it hurt his arm, Seth probably got legitimately injured. So maybe there was a plan to have Seth Rollins get removed from the vision maybe around Mania, and they just excelled this process because, one, Seth Rollins is going to have to vacate the title. Two, Seth Rollins is going to have to remove himself from WWE. And ultimately, three, doesn't make a lot of sense to just have Seth Rollins just say, oh, I'm injured and I'm not going to be here. They had to make some storyline, and that storyline was the vision turning on him. Now, I could see this actually being the problem. Rumor has it he's having a sling in the back with in his arm. Pictures have been taken of him with a sling, so it makes sense. Now, he is still scheduled to go against CM Punk for a one-on-one for the #1 contendership opportunity. Are they still going to do this at Saturday Night's Main Event? Is it going to be a 1v1 for the title, and they're going to get whoever next onto that like a gauntlet match again to get CM Punk's contender for the title? I could see that. It could be Braun Breaker versus CM Punk, and Braun Breaker wins the title. I don't know. But yeah, this removes Seth, I would think, till maybe Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, Mania season, and we see Seth Rollins come back and maybe go after Braun Breaker with the title. That's what I think would happen. Now, obviously, this video is a little faster than usual, but this is my scenario 3, and this is my last one. Maybe this is all a trick. This is called copium at the end of the day. I think this could be all a trick to beat CM Punk. The thing that I keep thinking back in my head is, why break up this faction so early? Doesn't make sense to me. I don't think it makes sense to a lot of people as well. I just think, why would you break this up so early? It does. This group to me had feet to go at least till after Mania. And then I think at SummerSlam, or in the middle of that, you end the group officially like we just did to set up SummerSlam. That's what I thought. But that's not the case that happened. And so it looks like it's all a trick to beat CM Punk in my eyes right now, because why would you break this up so early? Why would you let Seth Rollins win Crown Jewel if the ultimate plan was to have the vision turn on him, which does go into the case of maybe this was a actual injury. I just don't think with the Crown Jewel and everything going on with that, it makes a lot of sense to have Seth Rollins win that Crown Jewel. He beat Cody. He fully beat Cody. He was the Crown Jewel championship. Does it make sense for Seth Rollins to lose that or win that match and then get turned on still by the Vision? No, it doesn't. It does not. My last one is the biggest thing, is why do this before Survivor Series? Again, if it's an injury, I understand. Maybe that's the case. But I think, listen, if they don't think it's going to be medically cleared till after Survivor Series, then I understand. Then I fully understand that you didn't want that to happen. You wanted to excel a process. But here's the thing. If Seth Rollins is able to be cleared by Survivor Series, you just set up where CM Punk or whatever happens, that he doesn't defend his title on the first, and instead he goes to Survivor Series, whatever. He has to be legitimately horribly injured for that to happen, for them to fully do something like this. Now, again, let me say this. I really do think that what they could be setting up is Seth Rollins had a whole plan with this. Why would Paul Heyman or no one not really realize what was going on? Why would they just all randomly decide, you know what, screw Seth Rollins, even though he's been so successful? Why would Paul Heyman do that when Seth Rollins has been so successful? So maybe it is that it's a plan for Seth Rollins to be out for a little bit. Maybe they don't vacate the title. Maybe he still has the title, and that's the biggest indicator. Maybe what it is really that Seth is fake injured. He still goes November 1st to go against CM Punk. He's one-on-one alone. The Vision comes out, and you think the Vision's going to cost Seth Rollins. They cost CM Punk. Seth Rollins still champion, and they all are happy. Hoorah. It sets up Survivor Series. Or maybe Austin Theory comes out and it does that. I don't know. I just think in my head it has to be a trick. Like, why would they do this unless he's fully injured? And I hope that's not the case. I don't want that to be the case, so I'm going to keep predicting this. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know anything down in the comments below. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.